Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Fury. To cap off the end of my little mini-series where I focus on boss cheese and strategies, here's an all-bosses seeded speedrun that I've been working on for quite a while now. Past few weeks, pretty much. This is definitely not my first few attempts at this run. It's seeded, so it's a lot of muscle memory, and this route, going fast on this run, on this route, is pretty difficult. There are a couple parts that are just like, okay. But for now, this is my first clear, my first victory of this speedrun. So, obviously my best time so far. There are a few little mess-ups like that one right there, but it's still a pretty good time. And I'm happy with it for now. I'm gonna keep running it. We got lucky there and nothing died via me in the mines. So we got that pacifist chest full of gold, which saves a little bit of time. A couple seconds, pretty much. This wand right here. This wand is the wand we're gonna use for the entire run, pretty much. Alright, now we just teleport through. I'm gonna try to commentate this based on watching it back. You know, this is post-commentary. Wanna swap out lots of muscle memory. You want to try to optimize every move in a run like this, but of course, sometimes when you're running a seed, when you're doing a set seed speed run, and you're building up this muscle memory. This is like a few hundred attempts in right now. This run, I had the muscle memory, but then every now and then your brain kind of, when you do a run, even though you should know exactly what to do, and your body, that muscle memory, knows exactly what to do, sometimes there's like a weird little short circuit where you hesitate for a split second, or you pick up the wrong wand in the wrong wand slot or something like that. Or some of the emergent gameplay in Noita kind of throws things off a little bit, and then it's like, oh no. And that happened a few times during this run. And that first one was not immediately switching in the mines to the black hole wand, and I was like trying to dig through with the drill. Anyway, boss number 1 is now dead. Not as optimal as it could be. I could have killed him the first try, but it took 2, but it's still not that bad. Unfortunately, also, this run, and pretty much any all bosses speedrun of Noita a lot of it relies on the wands dropped by that boss, by the pit boss. If you get bad wands, especially in this run, because we're using one of the wands that it drops as our black hole wand, which we're going to be making a lot of use of. And unfortunately here I get stuck behind the little jar, but it's okay. Boss number 2, pyramid boss, which if the pit boss didn't drop a good wand, we could look at the pyramid boss's wand drop and hope that it's pretty good. But I didn't need it in this one because the pit boss dropped me a pretty nice wand. It's okay. Sometimes it drops a wand that has an always cast on it that just completely ruins everything. But, then, even though we didn't get out of the pyramid super quickly during this run right here, you lose a little bit of time waiting for it to fully finish its death animation and drop the wand if you need to check it, if you need that wand. And then boom, then surprise, it loads in last second. It's funny. Sometimes it's surprising, like you pass by it because you're a little bit too high and you don't know, and then all of a sudden like the biome, the snowy wasteland pops up and you're like, oh crap, I went too far. But I've done this run so many times now that I know exactly how many teleports it takes. Like 14 takes us to the end, not quite here, right here. 14 from the eye. It takes 14 small teleport bolts to get over to where I want to be right here. And then, unfortunately, hesitated for a split second and was not able to kill the alchemist the first try. You can just fall right through him, cast the plasma at the right moment, and just instantly kill him. But I hesitated, and we had to do it now instead. So, lost a little bit of time here, but, all in all, I'm happy with this run for now. I will be improving this time, though, I'm sure. Because, it's like, this is I want to say maybe 300 or 400 attempts in. And, like I was saying, the littlest things could kind of throw off that muscle memory. It's strange the way it works. I know Jaded the G probably knows what I'm talking about with this, because he's run this seed as well. He has the world record on this seed. Anyway, so now we're just black holing down into the eye room for another spell we're going to need later on. That one, Projectile Weakening Curse. And then quickly out and into this portal where we're going to get a heal. A much needed heal. And then a speed up for our black hole wand. And unfortunately, I don't have much gold right now. So you're going to see something coming up that's a little unfortunate. Okay, get in here. We don't want to pick up the spell refreshes, because that will mess up our black hole wand. Yeah, this is the unfortunate thing. I didn't have enough gold to buy this, so I had to black hole it out of the Holy Mountain, and then it took me a little bit to pick it up. Then we need Breathless to go with that Projectile Weakening Curse in order to fight Leviathan in a little while. And we're not going to go into the jungle biome pretty much at all. We're going to go through the EDR. Again, as you can see, it's obvious how important the infinite black holes are to this run. Killed a friend, and also, unfortunately, I didn't get any of the gourds. I broke them all. Late in the run, there's a part, the last good bit of this run is very difficult. It's the most difficult part, and you have to go through a good part of it with no healing if you want to go as fast as you can possibly go. So, having a gourd, at least one, for that part is helpful. But I didn't get one, so it's fine. You'll see what happens when we get there. Now we're just gonna... We killed, obviously, the friend and the dragon. Now we're gonna kill the gate boss, or the triangle, by simply Matasading, erasing the physics of him. And this is the most unfortunate part of the entire run. That scummy little polymage right over there managed to actually hit me. But it's okay, we lost a few seconds, you know. Yeah, that's happened maybe 3 times in a few hundred attempts. So, he got lucky that time, that punk. Anyway, Colmy is now dead. We're going to... I don't need this. This is actually a waste of time, because I have a decent amount of HP up there, but I decided to go and pick up the heart anyway for a full heal and for 25 or 10 more max HP. Which we have barely any max HP anyway, so it's not really worth it. If you have enough HP when you get to that point, it's not worth picking up that heart. It's like, you gotta go a few seconds out of the way. Anyway, but you're going so fast during a run like this that you don't have too much time to think. You just gotta go. It's a lot of just go, 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 go. Just power through it. That's what makes this run so difficult, is, you know, some little things can happen. You gotta try to react at very split-second decisions. And here we are. We took, obviously, the portal room over to the haunted snow chasm, and it's time for the forgotten boss, the ghostest with the mostest. And again, we're using the Sea of Acid to kill this boss, but we need to switch to the eye in order for it to take any damage from it, and I lured it a little bit too high, and here we go. We're just gonna go boop, and then that's it. That's all it takes. You just gotta make sure that the acid is above the boss enough for it to, you know, kill it. It dies very quickly, though, if you get it right. Unfortunately, I think a few of the bosses in this attempt right here, we've messed up a little bit, but it's okay. Like I said, in the grand scheme of things, the end time in this run ended up being pretty good. Though I definitely could, as you can see, I definitely could make improvements. I know all the improvements I can make. Here's our last heal. Well, it should be our last heal. This is, right now, going into the endurance match part of the run, where we have to basically get through the power plant, get through here first, so we're just going to take an indirect route, because the power plant is right below us, We don't want to go through that route. We want to go into the wall here where it's safe. We're a very squishy little Noita right now. So we want to just go through the wall, through the EDR, fall straight through. And then now I'm just going to spray some more liquids on me so I don't get set on fire over here. Take a hit, but it's okay. We could have gotten blinded right there, which would have been horrible. And now this part, we want to just teleport through very quickly, and then I wasn't quite quick enough at shooting my Omega Saw, so unfortunately we can't just like immediately kill this boss. The hardest part here is surviving. Obviously any hit can kill me. This part, getting exploded by the boss, that's the hardest part of this to survive, because we don't have enough HP. It's actually I got very lucky that I actually survived that explosion. What you really want to try to do is to teleport behind a wall or behind that central hub of the wheel of the arena, pretty much, so you can avoid the blast. And then I'd make a little mistake and black hole right there, whatever. But anyway, so we gotta go to Tiny with 13 HP now. Like, if I had a gourd right here, would have been nice to not have to take quite as long on Tiny. So I'm basically having a heart attack at this point. I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna take my time, dodge this, and then pick up the full heal. Instead of, I could have, if I had a gourd, I would have tried to just teleport straight up. After shooting the Omega Saw, I would have just teleported straight up through my tunnel without even worrying about making that side tunnel. And then here, because I'm having, my hands are shaking, sweaty. At this point, the adrenaline is just through the roof, that I take a little bit too much time, being a little bit too careful making this. And then here we go. But you gotta be kind of careful when you're going through Cursed Rock with like 130 HP, right? And here we are. Last boss in this all bosses speedrun. Just drop some acid right down on that mage's head. And he's already dead. Now, to end the run, we just want to quickly throw some spells off of a wand. Put these, A, D sharp, E, G, to summon the portal. Go up and around, please. And then kill ourselves with an Omega Saw as fast as we possibly can. And then I'm screaming, yes! Okay, I'm gonna hang on a sec. I'm gonna turn that off. All right, I was so happy. I was like, yeah! It was my first time finishing. 1229 in-game. And I'm gonna show the mod list in a second here. Because obviously in a seeded run, we use the Seed Changer mod every time. Every time you upload a seeded run, there's a comment like, mods enabled, blah, blah, blah. And no, mods are always enabled on a seeded run, smart guy, because we need to use a mod to set the seed. There you go. Anyway, and we show that at the end. I don't know what I said during all that, so hopefully I made some insightful comments. I probably will upload a faster run soon when I have a little bit more time. Anyway, thanks for watching, have a great day, and happy noiting.